Mm-hmm. 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 What's up, everybody? Is it Friday? It's Friday. Yo, it's Friday, folks. Ain't that something? Man, well, that's good news. It is Friday. Hold on, I'm just accepting all these sub requests. Started my new little gym job this week. Small win, the Trigger Yogi live stream. As you can see, you might be able to see that we are horizontal today. Why, you may ask? And honestly, I did like the vertical, but Kick is horizontal. That's how their whole setup is. So I'm going to have to switch back and forth and figure out what is the best route because, as some people know, I've been on YouTube and Facebook Live. Now, I have been collecting some small wins on YouTube and Facebook Live. I've been getting some subscribers, like maybe 3 a week tops on YouTube and Facebook Live. But hey, listen, again, this week is about small wins. And I'm celebrating those small wins, baby. They add up. They add up. They sneak up on you. Next thing you know, you killing it. So I celebrate those small wins. But meanwhile, I am trying to explore you know, other spots, other streaming sites that might mess with the kid a little bit stronger. You know what I'm saying? What's up, J Hud? What's going on, my man? Wow, that's too big. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. What's up, J Hud? Good to see you, brother. Happy Friday. How we doing? There we go. There we go. I like that right there. Boom. Horizontal feels better, at least while watching on a PC. All right, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta clean up the background. Now it's horizontal, so now you see all my mess. I am a messy guy, which is not good when you are trying to manage a studio. I've been a lot better with my messiness. And my son has gotten that from me. My son, so my wife is very clean. I'm messy. My son is also messy, and I'm trying to break him out of that habit because, man, once you messy, if you messy as a teenager, you're messy forever. Am I right? If you are messy as a teenager, man, I never cleaned my room. My room was all over the place when I was a kid. Never cleaned my room. And my son, like, I'll go in my son's room and it will remind me of my room growing up, just walk like a landmine, just walking over, bodies. Um, that might be a bad reference given the state the world is in right now, man. It is hard to ignore what is going on in the world. California has been being threatened about being bombed. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've gone to war, and the United States actually got threats as far as like, this is what we about to do. We about to come over to y'all. Oh man, I don't want to get into it, man. Pray for the country, pray for the world, pray for Iran, pray for the United States, pray for California. It is my dad sent me an Instagram reel. That's strange. Oh, that's funny. He sent me an Instagram reel about my dad sent me an Instagram reel. Hilarious. Hilarious. I gotta watch that. Do you find it funny when your parents send you like stuff on social media? I find it funny because my dad don't watch nothing on my social media. And just I mean, I think that's the first IG reel he's DM'd me ever. How random. Yeah. How random. The world is always crazy. It is. It is. It feels, and I know we say this a lot. We've been saying this since the pandemic, like that the world has it's now crazier than it's ever been before, but it does feel that way. We got a lot of shit going on at once. Not only is AI about to take over everything, but we're all on social media. We're all managing like social media is a full-time job that you don't get paid for, along with your full-time job that you're trying to manage and get paid for. And we have Donald Trump in the White House, who is like him or not, he's crazy. He's crazy. He's a felon. That is a fact. First time felon active president. Is that a real thing? Is that a stat? Is there another is there another active president that was a felon that I might not know about? I'm overlooking. Um, well, he has multiple felonies. He might be the first time felon that has like multiple felonies. That's wild. We're at war. Epstein files. Everybody's on them. I mean, what else? What what else can you throw at us? I mean, golly, it's just a lot. What was it about? My dad. It was about United States and something. I don't know. Let's watch it. It's just a real talking about how crooked the United States are. And listen, it's funny that my dad sent this reel because I woke up thinking about it. Like I kind of woke up thinking about like what's going on in the country right now and the war. How things happened. I mean, we're Americans. Like we want to win the war, right? But we just bombed a school in Iran that had 107 like 300 girls in. And I do have to like don't quote me because I could be off with these facts, but these are the things that I've picked up. That the United States bombed a school, and at first we said that we weren't the ones that bombed it. And what I just saw was we did confirm that we were the ones that bombed the school. Now this was a school full of young girls, and 170 young girls died. So I woke up with like this information, and I don't know how factual it is. It's something that I just woke up with. So I did wake up with this stuff on my mind and on my heart, and it feels just man. But yeah, it's interesting. My dad, it feels bad. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And I think a lot of people that are um, Americans, we tend to just try to ignore these things because a lot of it is just like off. It's off. It's off. Off, when I say off, I mean it's not right. It's not right. There's a lot of things that happen in our country that is just not right. And it seems like the only people that are held to a standard where you have to play by the rules are people that are near the poverty line, middle class, underclass. But if you are rich and if you have power, there are no rules. There's no rules because in my mind, bombing a school filled with children, and honestly, I'm not like a military person. I don't know all the rules of war, but that feels like a war crime. That feels like a war crime to me. What threat was a school filled with children? What threat was that to the United States? It feels like a war crime. I don't Again, I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm just trying to process all this stuff. Uh, but yeah, it is a lot. And I'm sure if you are, paying attention somewhat, it does get in you and it gets in your mind and your psyche and you're trying to process it and you're like, man, what like how do you even cope with the reality of what's happening? Just hope it ends soon. It all ends soon. I liked it better when we were all worried about a gorilla and literal clowns were spotted around the world. When were we worried about a gorilla? What about that? What about that trend on TikTok that we were talking about for a while? Bear or man? Would you rather be trapped in the woods with a bear or man? Oh man, it didn't come. Golly. I've been having allergies. Bear or man? I think social media really shows like here's the thing about social media. Social media is a pass for you to like get out all your resentments, right? All your resentments, you get to tell all about all your resentments on social media. And you know, I'm sorry, women love to do this. Women love to use social media to tell their followers and the rest of the world how resentful they are towards men. This happened to me yesterday. This has been happening to me uh for and on and off like in the wild. I had a woman come up to me and let me know she didn't like a joke after a mic. But yesterday, someone reshared one of my father son sketches, and she wrote, "I'm so glad that my son doesn't have to deal with this. It always comes from men that failed in life." That's what she wrote on her story, and I was just like, "Man, tell how tell me you're a single mom without telling me you're a single mom." That was it. Like, but it's like, man, it's a comedy sketch. It's a comedy sketch. But I get it because there's some truth in comedy. All the best comedy is, and I gotta learn, and I have been, but I gotta learn how to like not let people's like interpretations of the jokes that I put out there affect me. And it's been coming up, but I haven't been like reacting to it or anything like that. But these are jokes, man. People take my jokes literally. I know it's because of my delivery. I come off very serious. Everybody thinks I was in the military. I was not. I've never served in the military. I had I had somebody tell my boss I was a domestic abuser because I was in the military. Never abused my wife. Um, but yeah, there's all these like idea, like people see all these things on me, and then they're like, "That's who that guy is." So when I talk, because I do talk about like I'm working on an hour comedy special about being a dad. So I have a lot of jokes about being a dad. A lot of these jokes are not for real. Most of the jokes I make up, they didn't even happen, folks. Never happened. I just had a funny idea and thought that would be funny if I was that guy. Wouldn't that be funny? This is my sense of humor. I'm starting this. I've been starting the other day after this girl came up after me. She came. She tracked me down after this open mic to tell me to, like, in a very passive aggressive way, that she didn't like my joke, right? And afterwards, I got on stage and I was like, "Hey guys, I don't like my sense of humor either. I wish it was better." That's real. There's so much truth to that. I wish I had a better sense of humor, but this is the one I got. I'm trying to make the best of it. I do wish I had a better sense of humor. I wish I was wittier. I wish I was a little bit more clever, you know? I wish I had a better sense of humor, just like you. Just like you know, you're at a mic, you're listening to my jokes, and you're like, "Man, I wish he was funnier." Me too. Me too. I wish I was funnier. But this is what I got. I'm just trying to make the best of it, baby. You understand? So yeah, it's, a messed up joke is still a joke. Yeah. I just think it's really it's so entertaining. I get this a lot from white women. I mean, really white women are the ones that I for the most part like to point out that they don't like my sense of humor for a lot of different reasons. Um, Mainly because they think I'm just like punching down. They say I'm punching down. I'm punching down on my son. I'm punching down on my wife. I'm punching down on my family. I'm talking about my life. Why are you so? Come save them then, white women. Come save them. Come save them if you are so concerned with the well being of my family, because that's all I'm talking about. Especially over the last 2 years, I've just been working on bits about my son and, not really my wife. And for a long time, I stopped talking about my wife because she can't take a joke for shit. So it's just like not fun if I tell a joke and you can't take the fucking joke. It's not, it doesn't even get fun. Now that does feel like punching down. So I stopped talking about it. But I do talk about being married. And I am married to a woman, so she has to be in the joke, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's not all white women, but these California liberal white women, man, they are something else, man. Man, they are. Let's send them to Iran because they got a lot of fire in them. Let's round them up and let them go fight some real toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like that seems like that's really what they're really trying to fight against, like toxic masculinity. They're like, we're going to put a stop to this shit. We are going to put a stop to this shit. And I'm behind them. I'm behind them. I want them to put a stop to it. So let's round them up, and let's ship them to Iran. And let's get them suited and booted. And let's get it. You know, they got a lot of fight in them. You know. Yeah, man. Well, let's put them to work, baby. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Let's put them to work. Anyways, all right. Let's shift gears, man. Small wins, man. Started a new fitness job. Broke the ice, and let me tell you, I was anxious. I was very anxious about this job. I wasn't, missed a couple of days streaming this week. Didn't stream yesterday, and didn't stream on Tuesday. Was that Tuesday? Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday. 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 Yes, Tuesday. Missed Thursday and Tuesday because I was just so concerned. I was a little anxious about doing a good job at this gym, which is a fancy little gym. John Reed downtown. They got one in West Hollywood. I'm gonna go there and work out today. I'm gonna go work out at the West Hollywood one. I heard that that is the best one. They are all beautiful. Like if you just go online and look up John Reed, and these gyms are fantastic. I like you can't tell me that there's a better gym in Los Angeles. This is the gym. There's also one in Dallas, and I think there's another one somewhere else, but these gyms are designed like there's like have all these fancy designs, and they really are trying to make the club vibe and gym thing kind of they're really trying to combine the club vibe and gym setting, and they're nailing it. I think that they're nailing it, and yeah, I'm very grateful to be at this gym. There's a lot of benefits, unlike some of the other gyms I've worked at that are upscale gyms like Equinox, which was extremely corporate. But Equinox would not allow you to do certain things. Like you couldn't go to any Equinox and work out. I could go to any John Reed and work out, you know? And there's a lot of other perks and benefits, and it's a really dope ass gym to be working out at. It's like a spa, they got like a relaxing room, they got a sauna, um, everything is super clean, just like Equinox. Like everything is super clean. They got somebody that's cleaning around the clock. Definitely, you know, I remember when Equinox came out. I remember when Equinox first launched, and the first Equinox, I believe, was in West Hollywood. Um, and in Santa Monica. Now here's the thing about Equinoxes. They're not all created equally, but they're all expensive to be a member of. They're all $150 a month or more. Depending on what Equinox you go to, it's like you'd be like, you're paying how much for this? For instance, the Santa Monica Equinox, complete garbage. It's a little box. It's tight, it's always crowded. It doesn't look like a upscale gym. It just looks like a regular gym. It looks like a 24-hour fitness that's a little cleaner. The West Hollywood one looks more like a upscale gym. There's a new Equinox by my house in Studio City, and I have heard that that is a nicer Equinox. But from what I hear, John Reed, all the gyms, you get your money's worth. The one I work at downtown is the smallest one of the three. Um, so my gym is the smallest one of West Hollywood and Santa Monica. I've been to the Santa Monica one, and that one is amazing. I really love the gym I work at. It is a smaller one, but I heard the West Hollywood one is the huge one, and they have a pool, and yeah, so I'm gonna go check that out, and I'll tell you guys about that. Um, bring back Bailey's. Bailey's was garbage, but you would like to go to Bailey's, Dom, because you ain't going there to work out. Bailey's sounds like a gym that has shots at the door and donuts like every station. Like, yes, like you're working out, right? I'll eat a donut. When I was 15, I had an under the table job cleaning a gym for like $5 an hour. Damn, they was phew, free membership though. It was rad. Oh, well, it was an under the table job. $5 an hour is crazy. But that was probably back in the day. But I'm sure it was a nice job to work at a gym. I bought, like working at a gym is fun. It's fun, especially if you like that environment. Some gyms aren't fun though. That's why I can only because I've worked at a lot of gyms. I started working at LA Fitness. Um, I've worked at I've worked at several different LA Fitnesses, and then I worked at Equinox. Then I worked at smaller gyms like at 45. Then I started working at yoga studios, and I worked at a couple different yoga studios, and now I work at John Reed. And for me, some depending on what job you have, like if you're a personal trainer, you're most personal trainers are in that gym like almost all day, at least 6 hours. You have back-to-back clients, so you're in the gym a lot. Now, if you're in that gym a lot, like it got to be a dope gym for me. Like gyms are hard places to stay for longer than 2 hours. Like you get burnt out from that gym culture, in my opinion. Like you're like, ugh, I'm tired of it, because it's a lot. Sometimes it's overwhelming, especially now. Everybody's filming and everybody's like, yeah, it's just a lot. And then you got like gym people, especially gym people that are in shape. They got this attitude, like like they're better than you because they're in shape. you know. Meanwhile, they sleeping on a couch. You know what I'm saying? Like gym people. I like gym people have a weird false sense of reality. Not all gym people, but a lot of gym people. Like when I was competing and I was like I really was deep in that gym culture. And yeah, dude, like gym people have this weird false sense of reality going on. Um, but so for me, if I'm gonna be at a gym all day long, it has to be an upscale gym, like John Reed. So John Reed has been on my radar. Like I've been trying to get a job at this gym for the last 2 years. I first applied at the one in Santa Monica, didn't get that job. Then I sold cars for a little bit. Done selling cars. I reapplied at the one downtown. And man, I think I found the right one. Everybody seems really cool, you know. My boss, really cool person, really cool guy, really, helping me out, through the process of getting familiar with everything. Bro, how you not know of Bailey's Total Fitness? Because it was a trash gym, bro. That's how he doesn't know. Because maybe, are you asking me how I don't know of Bailey's? I know about Bailey's. It was a garbage gym. That's why it's not around anymore. Because it was a gym for people that didn't really want to work out. I honestly think Crunch Fitness is like the new Bailey's. That feels like the new Bailey's to me. But people do like Crunch Fitness. I've never messed with Crunch Fitness like that, but people do like it. Never been a fan. For what the gym has, their memberships are a little too expensive. They don't really have much. Um, EOS, that EOS, which is the company that took over Gold's Gyms, all the Gold's Gyms, the franchise Gold's Gyms. Those memberships are not expensive, and they took over the Gold's Gym, so they fell into like a good gym environment, good equipment and stuff like that. I wonder how long that's going to last, because usually when the gym membership is low, you get low rent people that fuck up the gym vibe. It happens. But also, every gym is different, I guess, depending on the neighborhood and the culture of the neighborhood. You know, like I've been going to the 24-hour fitness in Sherman Oaks, and people, the gym culture at that gym, it is 24-hour fitness. And you'll go into a 24-hour fitness and you'll be like, yo, close this down. This is a hazard. Complete trash, right? And I went to a 24-hour fit. It's funny because when my second interview when I was downtown, because it's hard getting downtown. Like sometimes it takes me 30 minutes, sometimes it takes me an hour. It's hard getting downtown. And when it's rush hour, it's hard getting home. So after my second interview downtown, I was like, oh man, it's traffic, it's rush hour. Let me go find a gym to work out at. Now I was like kind of self-conscious, and I didn't want to ask them if I could work out at John Reed because it was like my second interview. And I was just like, all right, let me get out of here. So I found a 24-hour fitness that was like 3 blocks away downtown. The worst 24-hour fitness I've ever been to. Oh my God. It was like, yo, this is a safety hazard. Like this place is shut it down. Like this place is garbage. Right. So like depending on what 24-hour fitness you go to, 24-hour fitness is a company, like you can't even talk to anybody about your membership. Everything is through email, um, online. They don't have a customer service. They're really a company that's really trying to go off grid and just have it run itself. Like what 24-hour fitness is slowly starting to do with that company is kind of wild, because 24-hour fitness used to be one of the better gyms, and now it's so every 24-hour fitness, it depends on which one you go to. Some are all right, some are decent. Don't have too high expectations when you go in there. It's really about the neighborhood and the culture that keeps that place good. It's not about the staff that's really keeping that place good. It's the gym culture. Like for instance, my gym, we've been going to that, like there's people that have been going to that 24-hour fitness for 20 years. It used to be Magic Johnson's 24-hour fitness. That's what it used to be called. So people kind of take pride in keeping that place nice. And honestly, that's the only reason why it stays not too bad. Like people put their weights back. Like the gym culture is solid. I want UFC fit. I don't know. I don't know. UFC fit. They training, I guess, aren't they? That's what UFC fit is doing. Are they? Is that a gym, or is that like, do you train? Do oh, I've never stepped foot. Stop saying Bailey's. What is it? What am I supposed to say? Am I saying it wrong? Bally's. Nah, Bailey's. Nah, Bailey's Fitness. Bailey's Total Fitness. Cause you could go in there and take a shot of Bailey's. You can have a donut. They don't care. They're not trying to make any progress with anything. That's why it's closed. It sucked. It was garbage. It was trash. All right, y'all, listen. I got a couple videos that are doing good online, and I'm happy about it, guys. I'm happy about it. I'm on track with getting my 5. My goal was a father-son sketch every day. Life gets in the way. That's not that was that didn't work. But I did get 5 out last week. I'm on track to get 5 out this week. I have one in the frying pan right now. Just I'm gonna get off of this stream and I'm gonna finish editing and I'm gonna put it on my trials, put it on my trial reel, and then I'm gonna work on another sketch, maybe two more to set myself up to win for this weekend, baby. Planet Fitness. I'm so glad you brought up Planet Fitness. It is another gym. So all these gyms are similar. They're becoming similar. I feel like everybody is trying to model themselves after Planet Fitness. Now, when Planet Fitness first came out, you could go and get a membership for like $1, right? Like, I've always been a gym guy, so in my mind, if you're paying like if anybody could just if any guy off the street could just like, "Oh, it's just $1? Well, here, let me go wipe my ass. Here's $1, let me go fucking shower, because I'm homeless and I need." That's not good. That's I mean, it's good for them, but it's not good for me, when if I want a clean, safe, healthy environment. Planet Fitness started that. And I feel like because that company kind of blew up, everybody started modeling themselves after Planet Fitness, 24-hour fitness. It has become a Planet Fitness. Even the layout of 24-hour fitnesses, a lot of them look now like Planet Fitness. I my theory is LA Fitness is gonna start becoming more of a upscale. Like if LA Fitness was smart, they would see what 24-hour fitness and Planet Fitness are doing, and they'd be like, you know what? We already got the name LA Fitness. We already got the name. Let's instead of trying to compete with Planet Fitness and 24-hour fitness, let's take it a step further and let's try to compete with Equinox. If they were smart, they would do that. But yeah, Planet Fitness, again, I've had friends take me to Planet Fitnesses and I would be like, "Oh, this ain't so bad." You know. Um, but I will say this about Planet Fitnesses. They're cleaner than 24-hour fitnesses, right? So like I'll go to different 24-hour fitnesses and some 24-hour fitnesses, especially in LA, are so disgusting. And you're like, yo, what are y'all doing? Now, when I go to Planet Fitness, every Planet Fitness I've gone to, it's been clean. Can't say that about LA or 24-hour fitness. Some 24-hour fitnesses are complete dog shit. The one thing about Planet Fitness that bothers me is they have equipment for people that don't want to they don't have like strength, like a lot of their equipment is really limited. It's almost like it's just a step up from like a retirement home workout facility. That's how it feels to me. A lot of machine heavy, not a lot of free weights. Dumbbells only go up to maybe 80, not a lot, you can't there's some Planet Fitnesses you can't find a bench press. So there's that. And that does really bother me. I honestly would rather have a dirtier gym with some man weight than a really clean gym with like just machines. So like that's why Planet Fitness and 24-hour fitness are neck and neck in my opinion, because you will go into a 24-hour fitness and it'll be dog shit dirty, but they'll have a bench press. They'll have a squat rack, you know, like you'll be able to do deadlifts. Their dumbbells go up to at least 100, maybe 105. 24-hour fitness stays consistent with that, you know, but they ain't trying to clean up after anybody. So, yeah, man. Peace, Michael. Have a good one. UFC Fit is for dudes that wore affliction shirts in the 2000s. That makes sense. I see that. Leroy, remember Black Diamond Gym on Crenshaw? Did you ever consider going? I don't know when that gym was around. Um I have been here for 24 years, but I'm not in Crenshaw very much, man. I mean, I'm in the valley, man. I stay on my side, but it's funny. It's funny, J Hud. I'm gonna say this, man. I've been dealing with so many white women lately, and not in a positive way. And now I'm downtown, and I'm at a gym where there's a lot of black people, and it just was this thought. I was like, man, maybe I'm in the wrong place, man, because I don't experience too many black, like, this is what, like, I had this thought because I've been having these weird interactions with white women in Hollywood and in the valley, and I'm like, yo, I don't have this. I'm not around a lot of black women. I was like, man, like, maybe it's time for me to start thinking about maybe moving to a place where there's a little bit more black people, because it is nice having a job where I feel accepted, not judged, not looked at as somebody that is a threat or intimidating, which a lot of my jobs, that's the feeling I get. My last job, that's why I left, because the staff started to complain about my energy. Like, where I'm at, like, there's a lot of black people downtown. There's a lot of black people that go to that gym. The two managers of the gym are black. It feels good. It feels good. And yeah, I want to I'd rather be complained about by black people than white people, man. It just, I don't know. Like, I don't want to hear your shit. I'm sorry. I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your perspective on my life. Ah, thank you for that. Anyways, so simple, too deep. What's up, man? How's my day going? Day's just started. It's been doing a lot. Well, I haven't been doing a lot of ranting, but I have had some interesting things come up, and they seem like patterns. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I haven't reacted, which I'm happy about, but I have experienced white women they just have something to say about me. I've experienced this over the last few weeks. I don't know if I'm bringing this on, or but it did make me realize, like, yo, I'm around a lot of white women, you know, like, I work in the valley. I've been working in the valley for years. I teach yoga. Um, when I was working at security, it was in West Hollywood. It was in Hollywood, and it was like, yeah, well, I guess that kind of comes with the territory. Um, so my wife is white, so I'm around white women, man. But yeah, it's been getting on my fucking nerves. That's what it has been doing. But I haven't been reacting to it. So be proud of me. I've been just letting it go. This girl after an open mic came up to me and, you know, kind of passive aggressively let me know that she did not appreciate a joke I had about my son. And the joke was pretty much I don't even want to tell the joke. It's a solid joke, but it's a polarizing joke about, the worries of a father. And she let me know that she was not a fan of it. And I just let her have her little experience. And then she walked away. Trinity Time Travels is here. Trinity Time Travels. Don't you think you should change it to Trinity Time Travels is here? Because because When you pop up, people will be like, "Yay, she's here. She made it." Right? No, just an idea. Welcome. Good to see you. Believe it or not, I lived in Encino, but I left the valley. I mean, I could really see how people leave the valley. I'm very much, I mean, the valley is a strange place, but it does feel safe. But, anywhere in LA, you could get you can find yourself in a mix of things, even in the valley. I mean, there was a shootout at the CVS um a year ago. My son's school, 2 years before my son went to the school, I live right next to my son's school. Like, I could walk to his school in 5 minutes. That's how close I live. And I remember I was in this garage before I turned it to a studio, and I heard cat, 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 cat. And I was like, someone just let off. And I got on the news, and there was a drive-by shooting at Grant High School. So it's happening everywhere in LA, but I do feel a little safer in the valley. And that's why I haven't tried to move or go. Um, that's why I've just always lived in the valley. And it's the first place I came to. Um, I, would- when I moved to Los Angeles, and I'm just like comfortable here, I guess. But maybe one day, because it'd be nice to be around more black people. To be honest, black people are annoying too. It's like it's not like being around black people is like the the answer. There's no answer, man. We're all weird. We're all weird. We all project. We all think we're solving a problem one person at a time. This white woman, she thought she was solving a problem by coming up and telling me what she thought about my joke. You're not solving shit. You're trying to make yourself feel better because of your trauma, but you don't even understand the shit that you're doing. That's the problem. That's the problem, because you're not doing your work. You're going around town trying to do other people's work for them. It's bullshit. Be better. Figure a different way out, because you're not solving any problems doing that. That's why I say let's send them to Iran. Let's send them to Iran. They want to solve some problems. Let's send them to Iran. They got a lot of fight. Got a lot of fight in them. It's Friday. Who's excited? I'm excited. We're gonna get off of this stream in a second. We're just rounding up to 50 minutes. It's a healthy little stream. We kept it going. That's good. What do you guys think about the horizontal? Gonna play around with staying on horizontal for a while, only because we're on Kick, and Kick is set up for horizontal, not for vertical. So, streaming on Kick now, trying to figure that out, trying to play around with the kickies, with the kicksters. And yeah, I'm also thinking about getting on Ramble. Ramble is also a place where you could talk a lot of shit. Um, I I want to start talking shit. I want to start talking shit, you know. I really do. I think I'm gonna get on Ramble today, because I want to talk shit. I want to, and I do talk shit, but I am still guarded. I don't go all the way, because I know it, YouTube and Facebook, y'all sensitive, man. Y'all sensitive. I get that. I'm sensitive sometimes too. But this is the kind of sensitive I am, right? If something rubs me the wrong way, like somebody's perspective, I don't watch them. I turn it off. That's why I never hated Charlie Kirk. I never hated Charlie Kirk, because when Charlie Kirk said something that pissed me off, I just turned him off. Now, the interesting thing about Charlie Kirk for me was I kind of I saw him as a very like intelligent, articulate person. I just thought he was like his uh his mission lacked integrity. His like his mission statement, it lacked that. Like he saw a gold mine with, that Trump audience. And he was like, "Yep, this is what's gonna make me rich." But I thought he was very intelligent. I never disliked him, but he never rubbed me the wrong way because when it started, I would turn him off. I didn't keep watching it. It's Friday the 13th. Oh my goodness. It is Friday the 13th. Scary movie night, baby. Scary movie night. What's a good scary movie? There's a scary movie that's coming out. Well, it doesn't look like a scary movie. It looks more like a gory movie. What is it? What is it called? Let me find this. Let me find it. And it's not out yet. Damn it. Oh, something in movie theaters right now says the scariest movie you'll ever see, and it's called The Undone. 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. The Undone. That might be a movie I go see tonight. It's in theaters right now. The Undone. The ratings are good right now. What do you think? Maybe we do it. Maybe we get into it. Maybe. We'll see. All right, y'all. I got to finish up this edit. I'm going to finish up this edit. It is Friday. It is the weekend. Small wins. Got a new job. Plugged in into the system. Banged the first week out. Taught 4 classes this 3 classes. I taught 3 classes this week. Um, feel good about it. Leroy, I haven't been to the movies in a long time, but I'm going to see Michael. Scary movie night, baby. I also haven't been to the movies in a long time. Maybe I'll invite my wife to go to a movie to as a truce because we are fighting right now. We are in a little bit of a fight. Slept on the couch last night, but I like sleeping on the couch. I got a comfortable couch. But maybe I'll try to make amends. She doesn't like scary movies, so I don't think that's gonna work. It's gotta be something else. Anyways, do you ever just not feel like making up with people? I'm in that kind of that mood, that vibe. Like we've been talking, J Hud, we've been talking about, our sisters, right? And my sister cut me off for no reason. And her birthday month is this month, and I've been talking about like, am I gonna send a birthday text? Or maybe I'll send a birthday text, 2 days before, so it's like not exactly on her birthday, because she didn't send me a birthday text last year, and I've decided, I've come to a decision, J Hud, I'm not sending a birthday text, not doing it. I'm just in that vibe right now, man. I'm in that vibe. I'm not being the bigger person. Why? I think I'm tired of it. And also, when I'm the bigger person, J Hud, I don't get any credit for it. I don't get any credit for being the bigger person because when someone has pinpointed me as a villain, I stay the villain for our entire, like, there's no There's no switch. There's no like, oh, you know what, Leroy, Leon, he's actually not the villain. No, I'm gonna stay the villain. I'm just gonna. It's like I'm the Penguin. Have you seen the Penguin, the series? Watch that. With Colin Farrell, so good. But it's like I'm the Penguin. It's like that's how people see me. It's like, he has good moments, but this nigga ain't shit. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, J Hud. I'm waiting. But yeah, so I just had this little thought. I know it's something I've been talking about, and I've come to a decision. Now, again, we still have time. We still have time. 2 weeks is when her birthday is. So I could change my mind. I want someone to text her happy birthday on my behalf. I think that's what I want. I don't want to text her. Someone could text her happy birthday on my behalf. I'm not gonna do it. A little immature, I know. I know. I know. All right, J Hud, I'm waiting, man. You writing a lot. You are writing a lot. Interesting. My birthday is July 4th. I'm July 2. I'm July 27th. Hers is July 3rd, so don't have to call her happy birthday on her birthday. Why is that? Just because her birthday's the day before yours, you don't have to call her? You still have to call her. It's still nice for a call. You don't have to. Like, I don't have to call my sister, just like she doesn't have to call me. And I'm not going to. Not going to call her because she don't call me. So, you know what she could do? She could text me on her birthday, happy birthday from last year because I missed your birthday, and then I'll text her back happy birthday. That's the only way I'm gonna text her happy birthday. If she texts me on her birthday, happy birthday from last year that she missed. So she'll catch up. So by the time we get to my birthday, we'll be right on the same page. That's really the only thing. That's the only way I think it's gonna work for me. We haven't talked since last year, remember? Yeah. And I think me and my sister are on that same we're on that same plan. I mean, I really after this last time, I'm really trying to figure out if maybe my sister is bipolar. I mean, I do have bipolar in my family. That would make sense to me, like why she does what she does and acts how she acts. And she's been this way for all of her life. I've had this experience with my sister all of our lives since high school where we just don't talk to each other for periods of time. She does weird things like she's been doing strange things since I can remember. I mean, I remember my entire family was visiting um our grandparents in Pittsburgh. I have a big family in Pittsburgh. My dad has five brothers and five sisters, or four brothers, five sisters. There are 10 of them, so I have a lot of cousins, and most of my cousins are older than me. And I have a cousin named Leon, and we were hanging out with Leon, and I was in high school, and Leon and I were smoking and drinking and having a good time. And my sister told on me to my parents and then left the day before she left back to college. She told our parents that me and my brother were drinking and smoking with cousin Leon. And my sister has been doing shit like that all of my life. All of my life. She's been someone that just is like really will try to sabotage the relationship almost in a way where It's like, are we even, do we even have a relationship? Are you just gathering evidence? Yeah, she should work for the feds. She really should. Because she's really good at, making you fall in love with her. She is a master at it. She should be a fed. 110%. She really should. She really should. She missed her calling. She'd be a good fed. So who has to be the bigger person? Me? That's a good question, J Hud. I mean, as like I said, I mean, I'm when it comes to my family, I'm done being the bigger person because I've done it several times and it never pans out. It never works into my favor. It all my like my brother and my sister and my mom, they they use it as leverage to stay in their story of our relationship. So I'm done being the bigger person. But it just depends on your guys' relationship. I mean, that's my experience. I'm not going to continue to get my ass kicked by certain people if like that's all that you're going to do is like you're going to kick my ass even if I tried to like put myself out there and be the bigger person. So I do like being the bigger person. I feel like I'm the bigger person a lot of the times. I feel like when that white woman came and, you know, tried to passive aggressively like shit on me outside of the comedy club, I was the bigger person. I just said, "Okay, sure." And I hope you feel better, like I hope she feels better. I like, I honestly like people. I like people. I do like people. Um I don't like how we connect and communicate because I think it's like all I think most people just really have a bad idea of people and how to connect and communicate. And I think a lot of people don't like people. And that's why a lot of people project and, make people villains and try to play the hero, you know? So I do like people. That's why I'm a comedian, because I like people. I like to connect. I like to be on stage and make people laugh. I really do like people. I don't like how a lot of people operate though. I don't like that at all. So, you have told me some things about you and your sister's relationship. How often, like my question to you, J Hud, is how often have you been the bigger person? Have you been the bigger person? Yes, I remember the spaghetti story. I do think that's one of those things that you gotta get over because that it's actually a very silly story. That's why you're you're holding some resentment based on her criticism of you making spaghetti. That's hilarious. Jay, that's funny. Come on now. That's really funny. That's funny. I think you're holding a little resentment towards that. I don't think that that's something to like really hold like all it's like so much, you know, um hostility towards, like that it was about her. It's her shit. That's nothing to do with you. It's so silly on her part to make a comment like that. That's kind of her shit. Like a lot of times when it's like Jay, it's like I mean this is like a really far left example, but it's like like say you're going into 7-Eleven and you see a guy just ranting about some bullshit about the sky being orange and helicopters falling from the sky around you. And you're like, this guy's crazy. But then this guy starts telling you like he starts making you feel bad about not seeing what he's seeing. And then you start to like resent him for it because he's making you feel bad about not seeing what you're seeing. But what he's seeing doesn't even exist. It's not real. He's mental. Is this making sense? Like people have these weird things about them, about their psyche, about their subconscious, about their reality that don't really make sense. Like your sister saying that you making spaghetti isn't masculine doesn't make sense. That's a weird, excuse my French, retarded thing to even have in you. So for you to get upset about it, it's kind of silly because, excuse my French again, because that's retarded. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're like, you're falling in. You're falling for the trap of somebody that's just like has a distorted outlook on certain things for whatever reason, for whatever reason. And we all have these reasons. And it's usually from our past, or it's usually from our ideas of what a man should do, or a woman should do, or black people should do, or white people should do. It's distorted, you know. And the thing that kind of messes with us is somebody could have like somebody could have these distorted views, but excel in certain areas of their life. Like maybe this person is like the CEO of a company, or XYZ, or like pays their taxes on time, but then they have all these weird distorted views and you're like, oh, that this is confusing. But you have to understand that people are just like, we're weird. We're weird. Yeah. Yep. It's time for you to let it go, Jay. Time for you to let it go. All right, man. We have soared past an hour, maybe the first time ever. I gotta get going. I got people to do and things to see. You understand? But I appreciate you guys. Thanks, Jay Hud, for popping in. Timothy Time Travels is here. So simple, too deep. Good to see you again, Michael. Good to see you. Damo dropped in for a second. We talked about donuts and Planet Fitness. It was a good time. Bailey's, Total Fitness. All right, man. I'll be back here tomorrow. Same triggered time, same triggered channel. This has been the Triggered Yogi live stream. Go check me out on Instagram. Got a lot of father-son clips that are doing well. Go check me out. Yoga Leroy got jokes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Over on Kick, gonna start focusing on Kick and trying to figure out how to connect to an audience over there. And I'll keep you guys posted, man. We are horizontal, baby. I'll see you soon, man. Have a great Friday. Peace.